morning everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm just going to share with you a very quick video on recanning. So this is a tutorial on recanning, and we are recanning lemon juice. I did a full inventory of my food and I don't have lemon juice. I use a lot of lemon juice when I make pies. I use it for making jams and jellies, and I recan. Now recan is considered a rebel recipe. What does that mean? That means the USDA has never recanned food, so if they've never done it, then they don't recommend it. But how do I determine the dates on my jars as far as recanning? Recanning is the same as if it was fresh. Fresh lemon juice takes 20 minutes in a water bath canner. Recanning takes 20 minutes in a water bath canner. If it takes 30 minutes for tomatoes, tomatoes are 30 minutes when you're recanning. Now, here are some of my own personal guidelines. In your kitchen, it's your rules. I do not recan meat, beans, or any low acid items. I just don't do that. I'm sure you could. It might get a little soggy. Now, the same thing goes for pressure canned items. Need to be pressure canned, recanned. Very important. Pressure canned items, low acid items, need to be pressure canned again if you're recanning. Meat has to be pressure canned, no matter if you're recanning or not. I don't do all of that. I only recan water bath items. I only recan things that are high acid. If you're not used to canning and you're not a canner, you don't can food, then it's going to be very hard to try to explain this to you. Because there are fundamental steps in canning. There are fundamental steps in recanning. Recanning, it's the same rules as it is with canning. So the lemon juice you can get on sale. Where am I getting these big bulk items of food? It's very simple. The discount grocery store often has it for like $4 for a gallon of food. Walmart carries it, also carries restaurant style quality food. There's a small little aisle in all Walmarts that carry it. Or better yet, Amazon. You think of Amazon, you think of high price. I've received so many clearance discounted prices on Amazon you would not believe. I received number 10 cans of tomatoes for $3 a can. They're just lightning deals, and you just catch them really early and you can get all kinds of amazing deals. I got this lemon juice on Amazon. Now at that time it was on sale for $10 for a gallon. Now it's probably $20. So it just depends on the price. But for me, it saves me a lot of money because I have my jars. I use lids over and over again. Now, let's go ahead and let's work on this. You also will be seeing a link in my new videos of canning jars, canning lids. They're absolutely amazing. Now, I've only tried them for water bath, but they're beautiful. They have a picture on them that says homemade. I have done videos, and I will share them with you in the upcoming weeks of my videos here, that I have canned with them, water bath canned. I have not tried them with pressure canning. They are pretty reasonably priced. I love them, and it's fun using those kind of lids. Now, they were on sale as well. With Amazon, you never know the price you're going to pay, and what I pay may be different than what you pay. Amazon is also regional at times. So if I get a good deal, you click on it and you don't have that deal, it's all within regions because of the different warehouses. I live near some really large Amazon warehouses, and they do know your address. They do know where you are coming from a lot of times, because when you put it in your cart, they know. And sometimes you can get good deals, and sometimes things aren't available in your area. There have been many times that I wanted to buy something, and then when I went to buy it, it said it wasn't available in my area. So those are just things you got to think about. I just scour the internet for deals. I scour the discount grocery store for deals. I scour everything for deals. And I needed the lemon juice. I have enough for a year now. When I recan things, I don't heat them up ahead of time. I would take it directly out of the jar and recan it. You can recan apple juice, grape juice, all kinds of juices as well, but we're going to stick today with the lemon juice. I just opened the jar up, opened the bottle up, and put it in the jar as is. And now I'm just going to fill up the water bath canner with water. We're going to put the jars in the cold water because the jars are cold because the lemon juice was cold. And we're going to bring it to a boil. And once it reaches to a boil, we're going to count 20 minutes. And then that's it. So the headspace, it's just your typical headspace for juices and things like that. You don't really have to have a canner. You can have a stock pot. Just make sure you don't put the jars directly on the bottom of the pot. So you want to have a tea towel or something on the bottom. All right, let the water boil. 20 minutes later, and it's finished. So we're going to go ahead and put these on the counter for 24 hours. 24 hours later, everything is sealed. Now I'm going to go ahead and label it with the date, and then that way I know exactly what date it was. Now we're going to go ahead and put it in the basket, then we're going to put it into our storage. I decided to dress up my labels a little bit. I found some stickers that were laying around, and I decided to use them. So labeling is really important, and that's something I have been learning through the years to make sure I label things. And of course, I did wash the jars off when the 24 hours later and took the rings off. I try to make sure I take the rings off everything. I'm getting better with that as well. But now we have lemon juice. I will have it for next year when I make jams and jellies, pie fillings, and I use the lemon juice for all different types of cooking. So the moral of this story is to keep looking for things that you can find on sale, and when you find something on sale, go ahead and get it. Now, if the lemon juice was expired, I just roll the date over again. So if it expired in 2023, I don't count that as being expired anymore. I really don't know the law about all of that. For me, when I recan the food, I just extend the date, the expiration date. There is no set rules on that. There is no law on it. There is no advice on it. I just come up with that, and I've been doing this now for 30 years, at least 30 years, probably closer to 36 years, and I've never had an issue. Oftentimes I will find expired food that was in number 10 cans, and then I recan it, and then I just roll the date. So I'm not sure about the answer to all that. As you see here in my pantry, it is very dark. It's dark for a reason. Sunlight is the number one way to ruin your food, because sunlight will take out the nutrients and leach them out. Other than that, it stays sealed. Once your jars are sealed, they're good. Don't matter how long it is. I've eaten some food that was 10 years old. You may lose a few nutrients, but if it's properly canned and sealed, then you're good to eat it.